Hare Krishna. 11th chapter, 52 shloka. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Sudurdarsham idam rupam Drishtavan asyan mama Deva api asya rupasya Nityam darshana kankshinaha. Shloka once again. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Sudurdarsham idam rupam Drishtavan asyan mama Deva api asya rupasya Nityam darshana kankshinaha. Shloka once again. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Sudurdarsham idam rupam Drishtavan asyan mama Deva api asya rupasya Nityam darshana kankshinaha. Hare Krishna. Any two members? Please try the second shloka.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, please.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Sudurdarshanam idam rupam Drishtavan asiyan mama Deva api yasya rupasya Nityam darshana kankshinaha.
Thank you. One more?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, please.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Sudurdarshanam idam rupam Drishtavan asyan mama Devapyasya rupasya Nityam darshana kankshina.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. So can somebody who has not recited, can somebody read the translation? Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Can somebody read the translation? Hare Krishna.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "My dear Arjuna, this form of mine you are now seeing is very difficult to behold. Even the demigods are even seeking the opportunity to see this form, which is so dear."
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So let's go for the purport. Can somebody read the purport also? We have one more slide of the purport. Yeah, it's a big purport, right? You can see this paragraph today, and tomorrow we'll cover other day. Yeah, can somebody read this one particular slide of the purport? Oh,
Hare.
should I take the names? I will take the names. Hare Krishna Prabhu, can you read the purport? Okay. Bhavika, please read the purport. Are you there?
Yes, Prabhu.
Please read.
In the 48th verse of this chapter, Lord Krishna concluded, revealing his universal form, and informed Arjuna that this form is not possible to be seen by so many pious activities, sacrifices, etc. Now here the word Sudurdarasam is used, indicating that Krishna's two-handed form is still more confidential. One may be able to see the universal form of Krishna by adding little tinge of devotional service to various activities like finances, Vedic study, and philosophical speculations. It may be possible, but without a tinge of bhakti, one cannot see. That has already been explained. Still beyond that universal form, the form of Krishna with two hands is still more difficult to see. Even for demigods like Brahma and Lord Shiva, they desire to see him. And we have even we have evidence in the Bhagavatam that when he was supposed to be in the womb of his mother, Devaki, all the demigods from heaven came to see the marvel of Krishna and the offered nice prayers to Lord. Although he was not at the time visible to them, they waited to see him. A foolish person may deride him, thinking him an ordinary person, and may offer respect not to him, but to the impersonal something within him. But these are all nonsensical postures. Krishna in his two armed form is actually designed to be seen by demigods like Brahma and Shiva. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So from this small portion of the purport, we are dragging up two lessons. One is, even to see the universal form of the Lord, one needs a tinge of bhakti. Yes. Second lesson is, so to see the Krishna's two-handed form is more difficult than seeing the universal form. Okay. These are the 2 points we are going to discuss. And we'll take some practical lessons also from how we can implement in our life from this. So first thing is, I'm repeating the 2 points again. The first point, what we are going to understand from this purport is, even to see the universal form of Krishna, one needs a tinge of bhakti. And second point is, to see the form, two-handed form of the Lord is more difficult than seeing the universal form. Yes, these are the 2 points we are going to discuss. The first point is, so tinge of bhakti is required to even to see the universal form. So Prabhupada writes in the 48th verse. Can you show that 48th verse? Prabhupada, Krishna explains there. By Vedic sacrifices, penances, Vedic study, jnana, etc., you cannot understand, you cannot see the universal form. Na veda yajna deyanor jihanir na danir na chakriyabir na tapobir evam rupa sakya aham duloke drashtam tadanye na kuru pravira. Krishna explains in the 48th sloka of the same chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Can somebody read the translation? Avish, please read the translation of this. Okay. Yes, Hari Krishna, please read.
Yes, Prabhu. O best of Kuru warriors, no one before you has ever seen this universal form of mine. For neither by studying the Vedas, nor by performing the sacrifices, nor by charity, nor by pious activities, nor by severe penance, can I have been seen in this form in the material world.
Yes. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So this is how Krishna says, by your hard work, by your penances means tapasya, by your Vedic study, by your sacrifices, yagyas, by your punya, you cannot see, that doesn't qualify you to see the universal form of Krishna. That doesn't qualify us to see Krishna in this form in the material world. So the point is, practical lesson for us is, one needs a tinge of bhakti. So in the world, people are not able to recognize Krishna's existence. They are not able to feel the connection with the God, because they are moved by many material distractions in their life. some people, some group of people, they say, no, that we are women, we want our freedom. Some men says that, no, we are employers, we want our salaries. So in the world, everybody is struggling, fighting for their own needs and demands. You see, everybody is distracted by something in their life. Somebody is pulled and pushed by the impetus for money. If they get money, then only they will do something. काम करना है तो पैसा मिलना चाहिए बस. Without money, they don't work. And somebody, if they have sense gratification, means you feed me nicely, then only I will work. Somebody says you promote me, then I will. You know, recently my friend, he sent a message. Okay, this is my Facebook post. Please like and share it. So then only there will be a friendship relationship. You know? So the point is, everybody is distracted by many things in their life. They are considering money is everything. Some people are considering my family is everything. I will do anything for my family. Some people, they think that for my friends, I will do anything. Some people, they think for my country, I will do anything. So like this, people are distracted by many things in their life. Somebody is working for a company. Somebody is working for their own project. Somebody is working for making money, business. So everybody has their own things in their life. So in this fast-paced life, everybody is distracted by many material needs and demands. So there is a time, how can they see Krishna in their material life? While they are living, how they can see Krishna? Yes, it is very, very difficult to perceive or feel the connection. Okay, there is a Krishna. Even in the material world, there is a superior energy which is acting. They are not able to understand it. So that's why, so no matter how much you read Bhagavad Gita, every day you read Bhagavad Gita. By heart the shlokas, read the translations, purport, understand it, thoroughly explain it, twist every shloka, every word you manipulate and understand philosophically. By your Shastra Dhyan, you may not get it. You may not see that superior energy, Krishna in the material existence. By our tapasya, finances, austerities, like tomorrow is Ekadashi Vrata, just by our finances, we may not understand superior power in the world. We think, okay, political leaders, they are ruling, so they have the power. We think, oh, the ruling party have a power. We think, no, our parents have a power. No, our boss has a power. But ultimately, Krishna is a supreme power. But we cannot see that. We don't see that. We are not able to feel that connection with Krishna, superior energy in the material world, because we don't have the tinge of bhakti. See, when somebody gets in troubles, what he will do? Either he will commit suicide, or else he will kill someone else, or either he will hurt himself, or he will hurt someone else. So when the troubles comes, these things happen. But when they see the superior power, supreme power, oh, Krishna is there. In the material world also, there is a superior energy. At his lotus feet, I can shelter. I can go and consult the devotees. I can go and consult the Shastras. I can go and take Krishna's guidance from Bhagavad Gita. When they have this option, then they will come out of this troubles. They have some hope. But unfortunately, in the world, people are distracted by many, many material things in their life. They are not able to see the superior power, Krishna's energy, Krishna himself in the material world. That's why many people are not much interested, because they have their whole time they're spending to fulfill their material needs, material demands, sense gratification. They don't have time even to think about Even to think about, oh, is it really? Is it Krishna is there? Is it God is there? God exists? They don't have even time to think of. I know one boy, he's pursuing his MBA in Delhi now, New Delhi. So I texted him, but I'm in Hyderabad. If you are there in Hyderabad, we can meet. So I thought he's in Hyderabad. So I came to Hyderabad, I thought to meet him. So he says, why you want to meet me personally? He asked. I said, I want to meet you personally. I brought some prasadam from temple. I said, I wanted to meet you personally because I was going through Bhagavad Gita in my life. I learned some lessons. I would like to share with you. At the same time, know your views about your life. And he responded back, I'm very soon we'll meet personally, but I'm busy in my academic studies. I cannot spend much time in that, but we'll meet soon. Just send that message and that's it. So people doesn't have time. They want to give their time for academics. They want to give their time for parents, family, many things they have in their life. That's why one doesn't understand, even doesn't have time to think about superior energy, supreme power, which is Krishna in the material world. So that needs a tinge of bhakti. At least thoda sa to shraddha chahiye na. Even little bit of faith one needs in Krishna. At least little bit he needs a faith in the Shastras, the words from the Shastras, instructions of Krishna. He needs little faith and sadhus, devotees. Then only he will see Krishna's supreme power in the world. Yes, I hope it's clear. This is the first point. Second point, to see the two-handed form of the Lord is more difficult than to see the universal form. Okay, now you see, understand, persons, they are not able to understand superior power, Krishna's existence, God's existence in the world. What to speak of going to temple? Going to temple and taking darshan of Lord Venkateshwara, taking darshan of Lord Krishna in the temple, taking darshan of Lord Vishnu, Narayana. Forget about it. It is impossible. First of all, they don't have the small faith, the small shraddha is only not there. Tinge of bhakti is only not there. So how can we expect that they will come to temple and take darshan, take prasadam, purchase Bhagavad Gita, read Bhagavad Gita, take up chanting Hare Krishna? How can we expect that? It is very too difficult for them. It's very too difficult. So if you see carefully, even to see this two-handed form of Krishna, Prabhupada writes in the purport, even for Brahma and Shiva also it is very, very difficult. When Krishna was there in the womb of Mother Devaki, she was feeling so suffocation. Oh, what is happening? One day Devaki told Vasudeva, my dear Lord Vasudeva, my dear Lord Pati, I'm saying sometimes I feel so suffocated. Whole room is filled up with so many people in the jail. I feel there are some invisible people are coming. They are offering some prayers. I feel like that. I don't know whom they are offering these prayers, but I feel that there is someone who is around in the room, in the jail room. So our Gargacharya, Acharya, he explains in his Garga Samhita that those are all the demigods, Devi Devatas. They were coming to take darshan of Devaki, Mother Devaki, because she is carrying the Supreme Lord, Bhagavan, in her home. And they all come and do parikrama around the Devaki. And they offer prayers to Krishna, who is there in the womb of the Lord, Mother Devaki. So that's how all the Devi Devatas, they want to see, they are eagerly waiting for Krishna. Once Lord Shiva also, our Prabhu kept his picture here. Shiva also comes to take darshan of Lala, Krishna in Vrindavan. But he comes in different attire, in his special attire, having a snake on his head, neck, applying ashes on his whole body, having a tiger skin, holding a trishul. All this, see that form. And Mother Yashoda in Vrindavan, she got literally afraid of that form, seeing that Baba. He came in disguise of Baba kind of. In Vrindavan, some Baba he came. So Yashoda says, no, I don't give my child to you. Why? Because, Mother Yashoda already have a great experience giving her child Krishna to Putana. So beautiful Putana, she appeared as so beautiful Lakshmi. So Mother Yashoda gave the child to her and got good lesson. Putana, she got killed. So now Mother Yashoda, she is taking care. Okay, no, I will not give my child to anyone new on this. Then this Baba, he comes down from the Nandagram, big hill, and he stays at the place down to the hill. He does his bhajan and stays there on. He's waiting. Then many people of Vrindavan, they went to Nanda Maharaj and told, Nanda Maharaj, see, there is one Baba, he's waiting to take darshan of Lala Krishna. He's waiting from so many days down the hill. So Nanda Maharaj personally goes there and meets the Baba and brings him to the house back. And then Nanda Maharaj says to Mother Yashoda, okay, we give darshan to Baba. Then the Shiva, he takes darshan of Krishna. Similarly, now, Brahma prayers, another picture. Brahma, they get confused. Oh, is this same boy? Is a Bhagavan? They get confused. They cannot they cannot understand two-handed form. They think that, oh, two-handed form is a human-like form. He's also an ordinary human born. No. Many times they also get confused. Both are Mahajanas, of course. But still, they are teaching us. It's very, very difficult to see the two-handed form of the Lord. That's why, if you see any ISKCON temple, any temple, in fact, Krishna's temple, the two-handed form of Krishna is most wonderful form of the Lord. Yes. So, practical understanding, if you see carefully, first of all, people doesn't have any faith on Krishna, faith on superior energy. They are very, very busy with their material things. They don't have time also even to think about God. They completely atheist. Even there are people in disguise. Even they say that we are religious, but they are atheist people only basically. They say that we are religious. No, हम नारियल चढ़ाते हैं भगवान को, हम अगरबत्ती चढ़ाते हैं, हर दिन पूजा पाठ करते हैं सुबह शाम को. लेकिन they don't follow. They don't really have the tinge of bhakti in their life. They don't understand the superior energy of the Lord. So when they have a tinge of bhakti, which means shraddha, little shraddha. So ado shraddha tada sadhu sangha. Once anybody has shraddha, he will come to sadhu sangha, next level. So that's how you can understand the superior energy in the world, material world. Okay, there is a Krishna, there is a devotee, there are shastras with whom we can concern, we can take shelter, we can take guidance in our difficult times. And second point, practical point is like, okay, Ado Shraddha, if you have a Shraddha, then you will associate with devotees, hear from them, understand them, practically implement in your life. Then you will develop love for Krishna. So slowly and gradually, you will be able to appreciate the two-handed form of the Lord. You will go to temple. You will take darshan of the Lord. You will take prasadam. You will chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That's how it happens. Step-by-step procedure. So Ado Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, then Bhajana Kriya. Then Bhajana Kriya starts. Bhajana Kriya means chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, developing appreciation for the Krishna, Shastra, devotees, associating with them. That's how it happens. So I hope you got this 2 points from the purport and the practical explanation how the things are working in the world. So in our life, we should have at least that Shraddha, small Shraddha. Okay, what Prabhuji is telling, what Prabhupada is writing in the purports, what Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita is actually true. It's actually wonderful facts we should take in our life. So in our difficult times, we should take the support of higher things. Not only in difficult times, even in general times also, we should always live our life based on the Shastra, Guru guidance. And next level is, okay, then you start associating devotees, sadhu sangha. Then you will get bhajana kriya. You will practice sadhana bhakti. You start sadhana bhakti. You will chant Hare Krishna. That's how it happens. So you can cross-check yourself at what level you are in. At what level you are in. So thank you very much. If anybody has any question, comment, we can take. We have 3 minutes. If anybody has any question, comment, you can do. Hare Krishna. No question, no comments. Comments means you want to add something what we discussed. Comment, that is a comment. Question means you have any discussion which we can do. Please unmute yourself and say it. Please, bro. You can say it out.
Hare Krishna,
Unmute
Prabhuji.
yourself. Yes, bro.
Prabhuji, Prabhuji, I observed one point I noticed one point that without the association of devotees, even if you are reading Bhagavad Gita, even if you are chanting, but you will not get aroused in spiritual thinking. You need devotees sangha.
Yes, that's true. Because that's why Krishna says in 48th sloka of this chapter, Bhagavad Gita, 11th chapter, 48th sloka, he says this. By our own sadhana, by our own tapasya, by our own shastra adhyan, basically it doesn't happen. Bhakti doesn't happen. The devotion doesn't come. The one doesn't become gentleman by our own endeavors. Try to understand. To become gentleman, we need to associate with gentlemen. To become a devotee of Krishna, we need to associate with devotees. केवल और केवल भक्तों के संग में ही भक्ति मिलता है. हम भक्त बनते. We become devotees only in the association of devotees. That is very, very important. That is the next level of upgrade actually. This is not degrade, it's upgrade. When you have a faith and you associate with devotees, that is the next level of upgradation. Thank you, Piyush, for the nice realization. That's a good point. Devotees can learn this lesson from everyone, from Piyush especially, that we should associate with devotees. See, there are so many members in the group, but how many really attend? How many people are really associating with devotees? Real association means hearing from a devotees, taking up some responsible services in our life. Thank you all very much. I would like to see all of you. Please open up your videos. Just start your videos. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Piyush Prabhu.